This game coming up here. Arrowhead versus Kingaroo in the best of 3. Let's see. Gonna be victorious. So, we've got 4 armors and a kit coming out for Arrowhead. 2 flashbangs as well. And they've just opted to go full armor and a few decoys on the Kingaroo side. Actually, probably a valuable. Yeah. Oh, but one player getting aggressive here. Surely the Kingaroo guys are going to chase him down. End his life before he can do anything about it. But Munch just finding a shot straight past his teammate's head there. So it looks like they may be opting. Yeah, they're going underpass here because all of the Arrowhead players have already rotated. Oh, but there's 2 of them going back. And the man in window here is Dale going to connector. Not quite able to land a shot. Does get tagged quite a lot. Mams though tapping away. Jonah flying out, catching LK and Mams and Munch. But Aid trying to come in the back does actually end up taking out Jonah. Okay, so it's a 2v2. A 2v1. One nice shot there from Sixer. Okay, so we got Aid left on the site on his own. He's fully flashed. But he actually does find that killer on the Sixer, so this could get pretty interesting. Only got a Glock in hand though, probably not the ideal weapon for a situation. Dr. Nigel going up on the stairs, but Aid hears this, pops out with a Glock, tapping him a few times. Nigel can't quite land a headshot. Going for a reload, and he's looking to just get in his face. And he does actually get the kill onto Aid in the end with 17 HP to go, and he should have this defuse. So that is going to be the pistol round going in the favour of Arrowhead. I've got to say though, Jonah flying out and just finding them 2 frags, like 2 shots, 2 kills, that was very nice. And that completely halted the Kingaroo push. I'm going to do quickly. I'm going to do that. Okay. So we got 4 UMPs and a scout coming for Arrowhead. Full nades, Kevlar, and head armor. And it looks like Kingaroo, they're just looking to wait a little second. They don't want to rush in straight away because they don't want to fall victim to anti-rush nades. But there is a nade going in there, doesn't quite hit anyone. Dale does actually find that kill on the LK, spray been a bit messy, but Jonah managing to find 2 frags there on the Aid. Bomb trying to go down but is denied, and Jonah just taking the head of Munch G straight off. Okay, so we got a buy coming out. This is actually kind of sneaky for Kingaroo. They've got the full buy coming out, but Arrowhead, they've still got the SMGs and the Scout, so maybe catch them off guard. Kingaroo, they might be back into this. We're getting back into it. Although they've got the full buy, they do lack on nades, and we even see Munch G going glass cannon, but LK to open up onto Jonah there. Scovern though. Oh, he doesn't quite find that kill on the DTE. DTE had his knife out. So the bomb is still back in T-spawn, so that's the man advantage that Kingaroo had completely gone. And DTE is actually able to pick up the AK as well, so a bit more firepower for the CTs. Oh, but look, Mams has lucked his whole way around in the connector, and that's managed to find DTE there. So that's the A site completely open. All they need to do now is grab the bomb and deny rotates, which is exactly what Mams is doing. And he doesn't actually find that frag onto Dale. What? How? Dale survives on 7 HP somehow. Oh, but look at Kingaroo. They're so smart. They're going B. They've sold Arrowhead a dream. Pretty clever. Okay, so here comes the CTs. Dale might suffer for that low HP. He does have a scout though, maybe get a good amount of damage onto some of the Kingaroo players. But nope, just gonna get denied, and that would be 6-0. 6-0? 6-0? I think that 6-0 is an easier thing to say, but he is just gonna go for the save here. Probably the best option. I don't see him winning the 1v3 against these players, so saving is definitely his best option. Okay, so that is Kingaroo actually getting the first round in this game, and as I said, like, that was a sneaky buy that they pulled off. But we do have a full buy coming in here again for Arrowhead. When the player's going aggressive, that's DTE, and Munch just missing a shot. Not quite able to hit it. I thought he would land it blind. It was a nice flash from DTE. Jonah holding from his bench position, and there is actually one T getting a little bit aggressive in T-ups. Or B-ups. Scoburn though managing to find the first pick and then instantly taken out by 6-0. But Munch G refrags it, so they do keep the man advantage in this situation, so it is a 3 versus 4. Bomb still in T-spawn. They're kind of deciding where they want to go with this. If they push A, then they will run into DTE, or maybe DTE will get a cheeky frag here. And he does actually find the frag on the Munch. And then Mams is just there to deny him getting to safety. So Dr. Nigel here though. Here's one up close. And does find the frag onto him. Doesn't know that Mams is watching though. So it's just like back and forward trades here for both teams. It's mad. This is not the finals, no. This is not the finals slash. Oh, Jonah getting tagged into 15 HP and LK just spotting him through the box there. Nice shot. And I'm guessing that Arrowhead are going to eco this. At the very most, they'll get DT to drop pistols, but nah, it looks like they're just going to eco this, see what they can do. Rush ramp. If they do rush ramp, they will run into one player and the bomb, so this could go badly for Kingaroo. Although there's another player coming back. Oh, but they actually find the first frag and only lose one man, see, that's pretty good. Now they've got the AK to work with. They could definitely make this work, but Kingaroo, they're coming in connector. So they are going to run into each other here, and this is just going to be a bloodbath, I think. But Jonah, finding that kill into Mams, this is a really good round for Arrowhead. They've done really well here to take these guns away. And that's what I mean, that AK does come in handy. But as a 2 versus 3, it's not going to be easy for Kingaroo here because they did drop them 2 AKs. Just going for a safe plant. Okay, and one player coming out a window. LK does actually manage to find a frag. That's crucial, but gets taken out by 6-0 from shot. And there's Dr. Nigel to see what he can do, and he does manage to find the frag onto Munch. And that is a eco round actually being won by Arrowhead. That's a round that Arrowhead should never in a million years have won, but they made it work. They got that AK to work with, and Jonah, he found a frag onto, I think it was Mams, possibly, which he should never have got as well. That was a very nice round though from Arrowhead. So we see the sort of upgraded pistol buy with LK being on armor only, and 6-0 with a nice shot there on towards 8. And another shot onto Wasmams, like, very good, very good. So now it's just 2 players left against 5 of the Arrowhead CTs. You're right, and Nigel was actually came into this without armor as well, so I'll let him off with it. I mean, the last 2 Ts, they don't really know what to do, I don't think, because there's not really much they can do in this situation, and it's just LK 4K left in a 1v5, and that's 6-0, picking up 4 kills in that round. Like, that was sick. Just keep running into his crosshair, and he hit a nice flick on towards 8, so yeah. Whew. Okay, so we got a full buy coming out for Kingaroo. No up though. And Nigel has actually bought armor this time. Okay, so not too much aggression in the early round. Kingaroo, they're just kind of sitting back and waiting to see if anyone will peek into their crosshair or a CT will overextend, because if you get the man advantage, then there's so much that you can do with it. He's just staring down that underpass like, come on. I'm straight into his crosshair. There is a man standing at window. I thought that he was going to jump down there because him jumping, but it wasn't. It was to throw the nade. And it does look like Kingaroo are setting up for a B hit. Oh, look at that. Munch G, the lurker, gets caught off. If Kingaroo... What do they do in this situation? But I think that they're definitely still going to go B, and this is a rush coming out. Nice flashbang. Mollying the man off at bench as well. LK flying out that window. Actually managing to find 1 kill. Dale in the midst of it takes out Scoburn. Mams also finding a frag of his own on towards Dale. DTE though. Could that kill Mams? He just naded Mams into the next century. 6-0, finding a frag of his own. It's 2 ops and an AK versus Aid. And Aid not quite able to clutch. So we got a timeout coming in here. I would imagine that it'd be a tactical timeout from Kingaroo. So, because I know that there is actually a few of you who like this, so I'll let you see what the scoreboard actually is at the moment. So we got 6-0 and 9 kills for Arrowhead, and then we've got LK on 5 kills for Kingaroo. Not looking good scoreboard wise for Kingaroo, is it? I mean, I've got to say, there is a few rounds where it's came down to the wire and been really close, and then there's the one round that Arrowhead should just never in a million years have won, which is that pistol round where they ecoed. So I'm going to take a guess and say that this is Arrowhead's pick, but I've played, well, I've seen Kingaroo play us before, and they've actually seemed like a pretty good team on the map, so I'm not sure. Okay, so we're getting back into this game, and we got an eco, or not an eco, but an upgraded pistol and some armor on a few players coming out for Kingaroo. It looks like they're going to just all bunch up in Palace and see if they can get a late bomb plant, maybe. To be honest, if they can get a bomb plant out of this round, then it's going to be so good for them. And here comes the rush. Mams. He does find that frag onto Nigel, and he's got the AK in hand now. Finding another frag on towards Fuzzfy, but taken out by Mams. And look at this, it's a 2v2. How is that? Like, it all happened so fast. But it's 6-0 to be fragging Scorpion there. Spots out the last man, who's actually LK, standing under Palace. Getting Molotov, but he does actually find a 1 kill. 6-0 left and 11 HP. He's got that molly. And that's the 9-6-0 from actually pushing. So I think he's just going to go underpass and he's going to go for the save. Kingaroo, they won this round on basically nothing. So, it looks like Kingaroo getting a round of their own that they shouldn't have won. But, very well done indeed for Kingaroo. They just rushed out of voice crack. They just rushed out of Palace so fast and was able to catch them off guard. But that is 6-0, managing to find the opening pick there onto Scoven. Okay, so Munch has actually picked up the op. Jonah, does he see the man? Oh, but his shot was just off. He wasn't that far off, but he was just a little bit off, and that is the man advantage for Arrowhead lost. Oh, and Mam's just managing to take the head of DTE off. Good game sense there to know that he's going to be coming from an angle, but Fuzzfeet does actually manage to, tag LK, and they actually finished them off in the end. So the push is coming in onto the B site, and both players whiffing shots, and 6-0 actually managed to find a frag in the end. And another frag. Like, what? 8? Holden from bench actually managed to find Fuzzfeet there. And he got Kobe from Dr. Nigel. Oh my god. So, Kingaroo, they win a round, lose a round. Not good for the loss bonus. Fuzzfeet maybe looking for early nades here to stop any rushes. Although the round that did work for them previously looks like they're going to try it again. That Palace rush. They do have one player playing from on top of Palace and one deep into ramp, and that's DTE managing to find that frag there. But how is Kingaroo going to react to this? They're actually not doing anything, they're just holding their positions. And it looks like they're going to start pushing. I don't know what the slowness is all about, but there is a man playing from Firebox, and he does actually get dinked there, and there's LK managing to find that frag, so they will get a bomb plant out of this, which is the best possible situation, and it's a 3v3. Look at LK though, playing up close with this Tech 9, and does actually manage to find a frag there onto Fuzzfeet. Oh, but look at Munch finding 6-0 as well, so it's Jonah left. And the 1 versus 2 now, he does manage to find a frag onto 8. So, and he also finds a frag onto LK, so now it's just Munch left in a 1v1. He's standing under Palace. Will Jonah be expecting this though? Munch hears every single step and finds a frag. Oof. Oh, but look, do we have a force coming in for Arrowhead? I mean, we've got 3 UMPs, a Deagle, and a CZ, so looks like a force to me. Arrowhead on a bit of a force buy now. We get Kingaroo, obviously going to full buy into this round. They're playing kind of passive on towards ramp. I don't know if they want to get caught by, as I said, like these anti-rush nades, because ramp's kind of a common spot to nade early. But DTE was getting into some conflict there. And look at the amount of information that Arrowhead's got. They're like, okay, so they're not in the B apartments. The only other place they could possibly be is A, and this is why Fuzzfee is rotating over. And 6 here, missing the deke, but managing to find the frag in the end. Fuzzfee coming in with CZ in hand. Nigel's position though. Will they expect a mantle in from under Palace? They will. Mams coming in, finding 2 kills. Munch also getting 2 of his own. Now it's just Fuzzfee left in a 1v3. If I was him, I would go out of my way to try and save that. That's exactly what it looks like he's going to try and do. I don't think Kingaroo, they don't really have the economy to be hunting them. And we've got another freeze coming in, so, or another pause. I'd imagine that this is a tactical for Arrowhead. Or maybe a technical, you never know. Mirage is Kingaroo's pick? Right, okay. Wow, Simon talks. Oh, so how's the scoreboard looking? So across the board for Arrowhead, they're looking okay. I mean, DTE's only got 4 kills, right? But that doesn't say a lot about how he's playing. He's actually played a pretty good game so far. Just because he's got 4 frags doesn't mean he's having a bad game. Scoven though, I'm kind of like, I've seen him play very, very well before, and it's hard to say because he might have like off days where he's just kind of not as good as he usually is, but he is a very skilled and very good player. I haven't actually seen Aid play before. He's a new player for Kingaroo, so don't quite know what he's capable of. So we're getting back into this. 6-5-2 Arrowhead. We got 6-0 going glass cannon up. And he does find a frag onto Scoven. And also finds a frag onto Mams. This is perfect for his team. 2 kills at the start of the round. I have no idea why they keep peeking him. But look at Fuzzfee's position here. He's just sneaking all the way up. And Aid, he does get tagged, but he does manage to find the frag in the end. Okay, so it's a 4v3, 8, it's on pretty low HP. They've got 2 ops and an AK to work with now. Not very favourable for Kingaroo at this point. I wouldn't say. But you never know. Arrowhead could fall victim to the aim punch, but look at Jonah, he's got that palace area stared down. DTE spotted out as he's jumping, but he's just gonna hold from that position. And he does get his face taken off by 8. Nice shot there from 6-0. And they also 6-0 with a 4k in the round to take it for Arrowhead. They should. He went glass cannon, and I'm not gonna lie, I had my doubts. I did definitely have my doubts, but he basically single-handedly won that round for his team. 6-0 is sick. And Kingaroo, gonna full buy again. I don't think their economy's. I mean, if they lose this round, then I'm not sure if they'll be able to buy again for round 15. But we have a double up onto Arrowhead, and that just shows you DTE finding the opening frag onto Mams, but quickly refragged there by Munch. Fuzzfee getting aggressive in his apps position again. He's he does get aggressive quite a lot in these apartment situations. And he's just going to hold this angle. If LK peeks straight into his crosshair, because he's walked all the way here, LK, he has no clue that Fuzzfee is here, and all of the Kingaroo guys are coming his way. Oh, but he's been hurt, and he does find the first frag, but not quite a second. That is the bomb drop, though, so it gives his team the information that the bomb is actually in B site. Still have 3v3. And DT hears all these footsteps, and so he'll be able to warn Jonah, but it's not going to quite be enough. They're going to get his bomb down as well. Maybe? That's 6-0 coming in from the shop area. And there's also a man coming behind. He's through a nade, and he's definitely been caught out here. It's DTE. Does actually find that tap on towards Scoven's head. But LK to take him out very quickly. And this is 6-0. Just holding. Okay, so it's a 1v1 and Aid. He's on 9 HP. Oh, he's going for the ninja. Is he going to get it? Aid. He gets 6-0 with the ninja. He is on fire today. Like, what? This guy he's just insane. He's playing so sick, and look, because they saved the op, they have to buy around it, and 6-0 with another frag on to Scoven. Every time Scoven peeks him, he dies. Like, it's just a common theme. Like, Scoven, he's not won a duel against 6-0 yet, I don't think. As far as I know. Okay, so this is Mums. He sees the player jumping and does actually land a headshot there. It's a nice flick onto his head. Oh, but Jonah tapping away in the apps and does get flashed away out of position. Also, he would have been mollied out of position as well. I think LK is trying to sell Arrowhead a dream because the bomb is actually over towards a ramp. And Dr. Nigel managed to find that frag as well. He is on 12 HP, but Munch is there with the op. Not really good if someone's on 12 HP. But it's a 3 versus 4. And there is an execute coming in onto A. We see 2 CTs. They weren't actually far away, so the rotators came in pretty quick. This could end horribly for Kingaroo. First man spotted out at stairs. He's not re-peeking. Okay, so Munch does find that frag, and Nigel just taken out there. Munch just narrowly missing that shot. Jonah tapping away, pre-firing. Not quite going to get the kill just yet, and Munch has got to save. He's got to save, because if he dies now, then he gets no money and no gun. Oh, this first half has been pretty rough for Kingaroo. Now they need to force by because they're in the last round. Look at the buy though, it's horrible, and I think that they're just going to go fast towards A. If nothing else is working, rush. Exactly, but the anti-rush need coming in here, and Aid just pre-firing everything, spraying widely. Munch managing to find a frag, but 2 of the Kingaroo players go down, make that 3, 4, and now it's just Scoven left, and there's nothing else he can do. He does find that frag onto Jonah, but quickly shut down by 6-0. So that is the first half over and done with. That's 10-5 to Arrowhead. Okay, so Scoven 3 kills. As I said, he goes for the peak onto 6-0 most of the time. In mid, and he just dies. So a few of them rounds could have been, well, the lack of kills could have been because of that. solo casting. The accent. So, who do you think's gonna win, boys? I know, well, I can see that TCG Nerd actually thinks that Kingaroo's gonna win. He's putting £100 on it. Alright. Kingaroo, now, they've had a rough first half, but don't count these guys out. Don't count these guys out in any stretch of the imagination. So, the match should be unpausing pretty soon. I'm just gonna say, look at 6-0. Look, 23 frags, 5 deaths. The guy is lit. He's lit. They just keep running into the AWP. Yeah, you're right. Arrowhead have a much better T side. Alright, well, we'll see. Second half coming in here. Arrowhead versus Kingaroo. Let's see, can Kingaroo pull this back? Or will Arrowhead pummel them into the ground? Jonah, pushing through... Well, actually, Arrowhead, they're pushing all the way through underpass. That would have been the bomb spotted as well, so they got a good amount of information. Mams can't quite find a headshot, but DTE finds 1 and 2. But then Munch, Munch finding 2 frags there somehow. And look, it's a 3 versus 3. So we got LK coming in from short. 6-0 knows this. He's playing up close, trying to catch him off. DTE though, finding another crucial frag. And then he's able to find another frag. DTE is on for an ace. If he finds this, if he gets this clutch, this 1v1 clutch, he is on 22 HP. And if he keeps this at range, then it might not be the best for him, but we'll see. DTE, he's going to get a bomb plant. He should be getting a bomb plant. He's planting out in the open though. Where is he going to choose to sit? He could sit sandwich, CT, ramp. So he's going to opt to sit on top of Tetris. DTE. And LK 4K. LK clutches the round. And that is actually DTE denied an ace. Like, oh my god. If he got the ace there, that would have just been sick. Thanks, TCG. Okay, so we got Force Spy actually coming out for Arrowhead, maybe trying to catch Kingaroo off guard. I mean, it could go one of two ways, really, can't it? They could either just catch them really off guard and wreck them, or they could just lose their guns and not being able to buy for a while. But they are just going to be assaulting this A site with a very quick pace, and actually Nigel managed to find the first frag there onto 8, so that'll be good for them. And LK spraying through the smoke finds a headshot on to Jonah. Munch trying to jump up on the box. He's not going to get anything from it though. 6-0 instantly denying them, but 6-0 being killed by Scoburn, so it's just trades happening everywhere. But Mams getting taken out by DTE, and Dr. Nigel finding another frag. Scoburn just annihilated, but LK coming in here. It's a 1 versus 3. He actually managed to find the first frag. The last two players, they wouldn't peek him. There's not a chance they would peek him. And DTE easily taking the head off of LK there. Really made it look easy. So, Arrowhead actually winning that 4th round as well, so honestly, this couldn't be going any worse from Kingaroo right now. Well, they could have lost the second pistol, but you know what I mean. How do they plan to get back into this? They've got an MP9, 3 Deagles, and a 5.7. So, I don't know what the plan could be. Does Jonah just stayed on the Tech 9? Like, what a boss. Alright, Aid getting taken down to 16 HP there, but look at LK managing to find that frag onto DTE. So the MP9 actually coming in handy. Scovan though does actually manage to find a tag there and talk to Nigel, taking them down to basically half HP. Not quite able to find a full frag though, but Munch just taking the head straight off of Nigel. Oh, but look, LK coming in from short, picking up AK and finding Jonah. This puts the CT, the T's in a little bit of trouble. The Aid's gonna go for the long lurk. He's gonna try and catch them in the back. Munch managing to find that frag onto 6-0 there, picking up the AK. LK pulls out the nade at the wrong time, but still managing to find the frag. Kingaroo, they're back in this game. It seems to be the game of the 4 spies. Well, they're back again. I like the spray. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't know about that. And look, Arrowhead, force spying as well. Like, it's just force after force after force. 6-0 though, peaking this mid position. So he's not been seen crossing. Could maybe catch Munch off if he decides to peek again, but he's going to opt for just defending the site because he sees these smokes coming in, and there's just an assault coming from the Arrowhead guys. And actually 6-0 managing to take out LK there, so this is something else they've got to worry about. But 6-0 just gets caught in the back there. Munch pushing through a smoke. What can he do? Not quite able to do anything as he just gets taken out very quickly there. Mams finding that frag on towards Nigel though. And Fuzzface just holding from this ramp. He's looking for worst case scenario. Like if everything goes south, then he's gonna defend this site. Jonah gets the headshot onto Mams, and Scovern, there's nothing he can do at this point. He just has to fall back and save his gun. And Arrowhead, they've just won another force spy. It's force after force after force. Like, insane. Are Kingaroo gonna force again? Are they thinking about it? They P250s. Doesn't look like they're gonna force into this. So they just opted to save their money this round. If they honestly, if Kingaroo win this round, then I'll be astounded. Okay, so Jonah finds the opening frag there onto Munch. Really, all they have to work with is this AK and armor that Scoven saved from the previous round. This would be the perfect time for him to step up. Mams, he tags him, but he doesn't quite get the frag. And Scoven, he's 6-0 somehow managing to find that frag. Scoven completely messed up his spray. Okay. And now it's LK. I mean, really, what can he do? I mean, he could save the AK, I suppose. But he might get hunted for it. I think he will. I've got to say though, what was that from Scoven? Well, actually, I suppose we all have our derp moments, so I'll we'll just never talk about that one again. And LK is he's not even able to save that AK. That's just rubbing salt in the wounds for Kingaroo, but they're buying it in this round. They're not willing to let Arrowhead get any more rounds. So we got Munch on the op, Aid on the M4, Mams on the FAMAS, and LK and Scovan on the UMPs. Quite a bit of a broken buy, but I suppose they just need to do it. They need to. Okay, so we got them. Arrowhead, they're looking to go towards A. It's like every time they've rushed this, it's just worked amazingly. So, looks like they'll be going for that approach again. Aid, trying to jump up on the stairs, and will he find the opening frag? Not yet anyway, but there's the nades coming in. Kingaroo. Scovan gets taken out instantly. 6-0, actually whiffing a shot. And another shot? What? Okay, get some third time lucky, boys. In the midst of all the chaos, the bomb has been planted. Dr. Nigel with a nice pop flash there on towards Aid. And look, they've just completely decimated the Kingaroo defense. And they've not even lost a player. Like... Nigel just getting took out there off of Mams. Bit of a consolation prize. Really? It's just Mams, 2 HP left to try and save this FAMAS. It's not going to happen. And look at the money for Kingaroo. There's nothing. There's just nothing they can do. It just seems like nothing is working. Oh, Scovan spotting the man out. And he does actually find the frag there onto Fuzzfree. Not quite able to get that frag there on towards DTE. Aid spots the man, actually gets the tag onto him, so that's Jonah on 1 HP. Honestly, if I was Aid, I would be so mad. But anyway, Munch coming in, finds a frag there on towards Nigel. And Aid peeking, actually managed to find the frag there onto 6. Oh, but look at this. Munch comes in, finds a frag on towards Jonah, and Mams just gets straight in there. That's what I like to call a good old flank and spank, ladies and gentlemen. So Kingaroo, they win the force buy. So it works. But if they lose this round, economically, the game's over. Okay, Fuzzfee, going to smoke on towards mid. They're going to go for a mid play. I don't think we've actually seen this from them yet. And yeah, they are going for a mid play. Putting 3 players in mid 8. I mean, Munch actually missed that opening shot. Trying to go through connector, but they've been smoked off. And there is a man playing from short. But Fuzzfee, he's looking to try and have this covered. And he's not. LK managing to find the frag there onto Fuzzfee. Jonah is trying to go a little bit aggressive there, but... Oh, but he does actually find the frag on towards Mams. And then there's DTE finding one of his own. Look at the HP for DTE though. And look at... the HP for Kingaroo isn't exactly great. With Munch on 3 and LK on 13. Oh, but... LK just flying through that window and managing to find 2 frags. Like, what? How? The bomb is dropped in mid, so this is very, very, very good for Kingaroo because they've got full control of that bomb. 40 seconds left on the clock. So Arrowhead have got some time to work with. With one man playing towards mid. Oh, and Scovern spots out 6-0 and he does find the frag. Scovern though, will he find the next frag? And he does! And that's actually a crucial frag because Nigel get... I'm sorry, did he just drop an M4 for a scout? Okay. Maybe he thought it was an op, I don't know. But Munch G will use it anyway. Oh, and DT finding an opening pick on a Munch. They just can't catch a break, Kingaroo. Oh, Mams managing to find a frag there and catches Nigel with his nade out, but Jonah gets refragging it, and then Aid also taking out Jonah. Why am I calling it Jonah? Anyway, 2 versus 2 situation. Bomb gonna get denied. And Kingaroo are actually getting back into this. Somewhat. They might be on a roll. Okay, Arrowhead. Upgraded pistols. And they're gonna go mid with the bomb going B. Oh, so it's a short push, but look, there's one of the Kingaroo members is right behind them and they all just get sprayed down. But Jonah actually managed to find 2 headshots there on towards the Kingaroo guys. And how have they just completely decimated Kingaroo in one rush? Well, I say completely decimated, but like, how have they just get 3 kills from that? Like, Jonah should have been dead with the rest of the people who pushed up short. And he is eventually going to be fragged. 2 versus 2. Looking to go towards the way of Kingaroo, and it does. That's Scovern managing to find 2 frags. So he is actually stepping up at the end of the game. He's managing to find frags for his team. So, full buys coming out from both teams. Bomb going towards A. And Munch finally shutting down 6-0 on mid. Finally. Like, the amount of times that 6-0 has won that duel is just insane. But Arrowhead, we're looking to go towards A here by where they're stacking their players. Yeah, looks like they're setting up a smoke. And it is going to be an A push coming out here. Mams playing from a stairs position, not going to be able to spot anything though. He flies out and does actually manage to get Fuzz free. And then we've got LK coming in to help. The man from Palace taking out LK and he's left in a 1 versus 2. DT, there's a man coming in the back. Doesn't quite know about this because... Oh, did he hear the scope? Or... No, it wouldn't have been a scope. But either way, he heard something. And now... the bomb is dropped. It's not exactly the best place for the bomb to be dropped. Well, for the Arrowhead's point of view. But Munch just gonna opt to go for a different angle, and I'm not sure if he would have caught him through that smoke. Oh, and here's these footsteps. Here's him drop. Munch finding a frag. Nice. Munch securing the round for his team. So it looks like Kingaroo, they're actually building up some momentum here. Actually looking to be getting somewhere. Although I hope that this... I just noticed, look at Scoven, or Scoven on the auto sniper, but look, Arrowhead finding 2 frags, Munch finding 2 of his own. Does a man close, will he know? Yeah, he does, and gets them, so that's 3 frags now for Munch G. Could be on for an ace here. Gets headshotted there by the FAMAS. Oh man, Scovern with the auto sniper, managing to take out DTE and managing to take out Nigel. Like, what? the auto sniper. Is this how Scovern is going to be finding frags? You know what? Who am I to judge? If it works, it works. So we got a pause coming in here. It could be anything. Honestly, it could be from Arrowhead, and it might be a talk with everybody being like, right guys, come on, we've got this far. Just don't choke, please. We ain't liquid. Holy shit, 50 of you guys in here, Jesus Christ. I better start selling it. No, I'm joking, boys. But anyway, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure that you hit that follow button. Also, if you want to know when I'm going live or what match is being played, then make sure you join my Steam group. Also, you want to know what I'm doing on a daily basis, stuff like that, what I'm up to, make sure you go follow me on Twitter. And if you want to see some of the VODs from this tournament, then make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to support me in the most unbelievable way, then you can sub to me on GameWisp. So, looks like we're getting back into it. Arrowhead, are they going to be able to close this game out, or are they going to choke? Let's find out. I gotta say though, well done to Kingaroo, they're getting themselves back into this. Although the economy, just by their buy, you can tell it wasn't very great. 2 FAMASes and an MP7. Come on. Although, they've got the op and they do have the auto sniper, so could really go either way. If they run into that auto sniper, they could just get completely shredded. Or you never know, maybe Munch will pull off a jumping double from Munch, you know? So, it looks like it's going to be a B hit coming in for Arrowhead. They've got one man towards mid. I don't know if he's been spotted out or whether they know that he's there. I'd imagine just by the positioning of the CTs that they know. Yep, LK knows, and he's faking him out. But 6-0, managing to find a frag on the LK. He is left on 5 HP though, so he'll get taken out pretty easily. So we can't afford to slip up, but here comes a B push. Scovern holding it down from his bench position, takes the head of Nigel off with that auto sniper. But that's all he's going to do, but Munch finding one more frag on towards first. Bomb going to go down though. 3v3 coming in here for FAMAS, MP7 and an op. But look at the HPS 6 here, he cannot afford to mess up in any way. We've got a CT coming in the back as well, but Jonah somehow managing to find that frag on towards Mams and DTE, fully expecting that the game sense is on another level. Finding that frag. So, is Munch, is he going to go for it? If only he knew there was a man going to peek into his crosshair, and he does get the flick on it, where's Jonah? He doesn't, I mean, he's got a kit. If he go, he's sticking it, is he going to get it? He gets the defuse! Munch! Munch! And it's all even, folks, it is all even, but look at the economy for Arrowhead. Much better than Kingaroo's. Will this affect them? I think it will, because we've got 3 FAMASes and 2 M4s. Not able to get the op. Oh, and look at the lack of nades as well for Kingaroo. Like, oh, oh. DTE Not quite able to land that shot there on towards Scover. Oh, but Scover gets a jumping headshot with the DT! How? Like, how? Oh, Munch gets caught coming in the back. But it does get a lot of information for his team, but Mams does find a frag and then gets a little bit greedy and gets taken out by Jonah. Aid, he's still... I think if he kept his ramp position, he might have been in like a one and done sort of situation. Look at the HP though onto Arrowhead. If they get... this could be a spray down. Like, honestly, if they all line up, then there could definitely be a spray down. Even with the FAMASs, though, it's like it doesn't make that much of a difference. Oh, they're going to be nading CT. That's Scover down to 32 HP. Ooh, bit lag. Dr. Nigel, though, not quite able to spot out the position of Scover, and they do find 2 frags. Yes, and another! See, this is what I'm talking about with their HP. Fuzzfee. Honestly. And then Aid coming in to finish it off. I don't... Right. Okay, so... Yeah, they won that round. But Aid should not double peaked that. That could have went horribly, but either way, if it works, you know, it's great. So, this is the final round. Is Arrowhead going to be able to take it to overtime? Or is Kingaroo going to take it from their clutches? Mams with that P90, what's he going to do with it? What can he do with it? Full buy coming for Arrowhead. This is because of the loss bonus. Okay, so again, they're gonna try this B hit. It worked last time, but the only problem was a ninja defuse. You know what they say, don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. Flashes, smokes, everything coming in. Kingaroo, they already know. But are they going to be able to hold off the push? Oh, look at that frag! Scover gets his head taken off there by Fuzzfee. Lightning fast reactions, but LK finding a headshot. Another headshot! Another LK! He's going insane! Fuzzfee and it... Kingaroo. Kingaroo, you... Honestly, it was looking... It was looking bad. I'm not going to lie. Kingaroo, they made it. It was looking bad. But they managed to win the game. That comeback. That amazing comeback. Oh my god.